Firefighting is something that is known for being a very heroic career, but that is just it. Is firefighting really a career for everyone, or is it something else? We all know that firefighting can be very dangerous, but do you know what the title of danger consists of? I'll be talking about many aspects of firefighting, some you may know and some you may not know. I hope by the end of this speech you will have a greater appreciation of firefighters and really know what they go through. So I want to show you what firefighter consists of, and more than just fighting fires. I'll be showing statistics that may catch some people off guard. My hope by the end of the speech is that the listener will truly understand what firefighters go through and how grateful it is that we have special people looking out for our country. Who am I? Even though I'm not a firefighter right now, I plan on being one in the future, and I hold a name due to my father. My dad was a great man and firefighter who gave himself to his career, family, and Jesus. I know firsthand what it is like to be a family member of a firefighter and what dangers they face daily. So what I'll be covering is many statistics showing many images. Some may be graphic, but it's just to show you the real life of firefighters and how dangerous it can be. As you can see, this will be informing you about the ins and outs about firefighting. It will also include what stress they go through and what the families endure. Firefighters are the true superheroes of the real world. Volunteer firefighters are something that go unnoticed throughout the nation. Some people may appreciate them more than others depending on what you have in your town or city, but nevertheless, I believe they go unnoticed. Out of all the firefighters around the world, there are only a total of 8% of all departments that are actually paid. Just think about that. 8% of all fire departments in the whole U.S. are completely paid. This leaves a huge percentage of 71% of fire departments that are all volunteer, just leaving 21% of fire stations that are half paid and half volunteer. These people are risking their lives for the little or no pay at all. That is a true hero.
This graph is showing that almost 75% of firefighters are completely volunteer.
Now you know that our daily life heroes are mostly volunteer. Let's get into a little more of what danger these men and women see daily. We all know that firefighters fight fires. It's in their job description, I may say. But what else do they do? Fires have been on the decline with the increase of technology, thus leading to a dramatic change in firefighting. Firefighters do medical calls about 90 to 95% of the time, but this could fluctuate depending on their location. But no matter where it is, a medical call is much more likely than a fire. Although a medical call doesn't sound too dangerous, it really is a risk to their lives. The calls they go on are unsanitized, and they can be dealing with a life-threatening illness like staph infection and much more. Just picture a hospital with all the disease and illness, and then take away almost all the sanitation, safety masks, and sometimes even gloves. This adds up to a very life-threatening situation that many people may not even realize.
This is a graph showing that firefighters do medical calls and rarely fight fires.
Now that you know a little more about firefighters' life on duty, let's talk more about the salary of firefighters. As we already discussed, many firefighters are volunteer, but in the big cities where the more frequent emergencies are is where the career firefighters are located. These big city firefighters put danger to a whole new level with making upwards of 20 calls in a 24-hour shift. They are risking their lives so many times a day just for receiving about the same salary as a teacher, and we all know teachers need to get paid more. Then you compare to a professional athlete who makes millions of dollars a year for a game. I think there is something that needs to be changed here and get our heroes of the communities, cities, and the U.S. a little bit better paid for their efforts. We now know about the salaries of firefighters, but how does this job affect the loved ones around them? Firefighting is something that allows them to be home due to their 24-hour work shifts at a time. As a kid growing up through a 24-hour shift, it can be a very long time being without your father or mother, and you begin to realize exactly what they're going through each day they're at work. My dad lost his life from a contracted disease while he was on duty, so I know firsthand just how hard it can be. Firefighters risk their lives every day, and they deserve more. Now you know a little behind the scenes of firefighting, so let's recap what we have learned today. We have learned that most firefighters are volunteers, the dangers they face, and the small pay they receive for risking their lives, and how the job can affect loved ones around them. After hearing all of this, I hope you have a greater appreciation for the first responders, and maybe you would take it upon yourself to do something for your local fire department.